Do you know what book Solomon wrote? Was it A, Proverbs, B, 1 Kings, C, Galatians, or D, Treasure Island? The correct answer is A, Proverbs.
The Book of Proverbs is a collection of wise sayings created by Solomon and other wise men. The king may also have written the biblical books, Song of Songs, and Ecclesiastes. In addition to Proverbs, Solomon was also known for telling riddles, a common form of entertainment in ancient courts. The Queen of Sheba exchanged riddles with Solomon.
Those are our questions for today. Now let us see what else we can learn about King Solomon.
I am headed to Jerusalem. You can ride with my soldiers.
At the time of King David, Jerusalem was built along a narrow, walled slice of land that bordered the Kidron Valley ravine. The Israelites had to win the city in battle from the Jebusites. Joab, King David's general, sneaked through this water tunnel with his army and in a surprise attack, defeated the city. David then made Jerusalem his capital. Here is an uncovered section of the city dating back to the time of Solomon. Solomon had two major building projects in Jerusalem. The first was his palace, which took 13 years to build. The palace no longer exists, but clues to its structure have been found. This is the top of a column that was discovered in Jerusalem. It dates back to the time of Solomon, and many believe it was part of a royal structure. Solomon's most enduring achievement was the temple. The holy structure was built on Mount Moriah, the same place where God provided a ram for Abraham and Isaac to sacrifice. Archaeologists discovered a temple in Ain Dara in modern-day Syria from the time of King Solomon. This temple had a similar layout to the one that Solomon built in Jerusalem. The design of Solomon's temple is much like the tabernacle, the portable temple where the Israelites worshiped since the time of Moses. The designs for the temple and the tabernacle came as a revelation from God. Solomon asked Hiram, the king of Tyre, to provide cedar and cypress timber for the temple. This monument marks the tomb of Hiram in Lebanon. An ostracon, which is writing on a piece of pottery, was found in the ancient city of Arad. It mentions the temple, referring to it as the house of God. Solomon's wealth is legendary. He had gold mines in a region known as Ophir. This ostracon from 200 years after the time of Solomon mentions the gold of Ophir. Excavations around Timnah, south of the Dead Sea, have uncovered major copper mining, like the mine pictured here. These mines would have been under Solomon's control. When God told Solomon to ask for anything he wanted, he asked for wisdom instead of riches.
If you don't, there is no way I could rule this great nation of yours.
You asked for wisdom to make right decisions, so I'll make you wiser than anyone who has ever lived or ever will live.
And because Solomon asked for the right thing, God gave him even more.
You'll be rich and respected as long as you live, and you'll be greater than any other king.
Today's superverse is 1 Kings 3:12. I will give you what you asked for. I will give you a wise and understanding heart. That is all we have time for today. Remember, ask God for wisdom and He will give you what you ask for.